see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can. Yes, I've kept it. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins. You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down. One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat. When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal. I request, if I had foreseen the value, the Ideal Masters. Unfortunately, I was Unfortunately, since the Keepers weren't able to. Time has very little meaning to me. I suppose you could call this the ultimate. I know their mystic entity. Well, some necromancers believe. I believe there's more to. I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence. Conduits, through which it's the reason for the Soul Cairn's the ability to. However, the majority of necromancers that are fool. As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, you should find no difficulty using the portal any longer. Harkon's vision is what he fails to read. If eternal night, the order of the day would be. I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future.
All those things I've been building. Look, I loved I was close with my mother. But she just kept feeding me her opinions of him, and eventually I started believing them. The moment we gave ourselves to Molik Bal, they were both... And then he found that prophecy. He was obsessed. Maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off now. I know that in my head. Sorry. Anyway, we should keep moving. Relieved. All those things I've been building. Look, I was close with my mother, but she just kept... Like I said, we were never very close. But once we threw our lot in with Molig, He was obsessed. Maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off.
And keep my daughter safe.
You kill those keeper things and get back to the prison. Who's there? You knew I heard something.
this misery. At least the pain is gone. Want my advice? Never welch in a bargain with the ideal masters.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
girl is free. I can feel it. He's such a loyal beast.
He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
The sooner we get out of this place, the better.
escapes. There is no escape. Why would there be?
This accursed place is nothing but
I can't remember how long I've been here. Has it been a day?
Where'd you come from? Done and done.
managed to destroy all 3 keepers? Very impressive. You managed to destroy all 3 keepers? Yes. Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone. I hear something. Where'd you come from?
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death. Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by normal means. Yes. The soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scale. It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevere's physical form while he reconstitutes himself. Minutes, hours, years. I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around to find. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll, and you can be on
Come
your
on.
way.
She's leading us to the scroll.
What did you want? Follow me. This way.
Come on. She's leading us to the scroll.
What did you want?
I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone. I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone. I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone. I can't believe we found my mother alive. Well,
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way. I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor. If I return to Tamriel, that increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny of the sun to fruition. As much as it pains me to send you and Serana back alone, remember that and promise me you'll keep my daughter safe. She's the only thing of value I have left. Did you have anything to ask before you depart? Even if I could, Harkon would likely sense my return to Tamriel. Like Serana, my presence in Tamriel, the only way I'd even consider returning to Tamriel was if Harkon were not only to... You must listen. For all of this to end, he must die.
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin. Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death. The hostility was necessary. I was bound to an oath. I believe in civility among seasoned warriors. My claws have rendered the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue. Your words do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle, Quinarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you. For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the Ideal Masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there. I fear that my time here has taken its toll upon me. I share a bond with this dreaded place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more. I will place my name with you and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum. Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right. In my language, the Quinarin is the Vanquisher, the one who has best... Forgive me. My instinct was to grant you this title. I am uncertain why. Perhaps one day it will become... There was a time when I called Tam... The Dova roamed the... I began to explore the... In return, They had control of... Free... The Soul Cairn has become... I only hope that you will allow me the precious moments of time there, through your call.
the last time I argue with a Dremora.
The sooner we get the scroll home, the sooner we deal with my father. now? I figured it would be more of an issue for you. Don't tell me you're that naive. Really? Oh. Wow. Alright, well... What do you think my father's going to do once we bring the bow to him? Of course he will. But at that point, he'll have every... He won't need either of us anymore. You'll have shown yourself to be strong, which means you can't be allowed... And I'll be unnecessary once he has it. I think you know. We both know it's going to have to... Keep strong and eyes open. We're on a different... Oh, you're off on your own for a while? Alright. It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it. Do you need something? Thought you'd never ask.
cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. I am here to assist, and if... The more important question is, why are you... Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. It would seem that not just anyone is allowed in... A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. The Mage Light spell is useful to any mage, not just those specializing in alteration. Can you cast one on the seal on the ground? I look forward to it.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
College is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated.
I'm no fan of the sun. It would be better than this.
My job is to serve the yacht. Waste time talking to travelers.
Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. There's nothing more I can teach you. No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for... Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it.
In a cave. Anywhere, just out of this.
No matter what. If you can pass the test, then yes. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Well done indeed. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. The college is an asset. You'll need to speak with Mirabelle Irvine. Her quarters... We are the only group... There are others who study, to be sure. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Certainly. Concentrate. You'll also... Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more... She's the master. You do well to remember that.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for yourself? I assure you that I shall be watching all of you very closely. Now that stability to guide its people through this I am an advisor. I am at the Archmage's disposal. Perhaps not as often as he should. In time, I believe... Yes, of
Welcome
course.
to the... Another new student. Well, I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Wonderful. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here
I
is
have
the
many
Hall of the
important
Elements.
things.
It's our primary
Your
location
concerns
for
are not
lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions.
Let me give you a bit of advice. You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. You need something you're not officially supposed to have? You come see me. You tell anyone that I told you, and I'll fry you from the inside out. Got it? Huh?
Initially, you'll be learning from Tolkien, one of our most esteemed wizards. Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
I have many important things on my mind.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what. Feralda, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her, and I know what she's been up to. My problem with her, she's threatened, but she is She's trying to undermine my
Don't trust that. I have... He is rather handsome, though, isn't he?
Until next
You are
time.
now in the Ark. Disrupt. Now, do you require assistance? I have a few things laying around that weren't worth adding to the collection. You may look through them. We've been keeping this collection since... Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? You think that even if I did have, it would be kept under the highest security? The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to... Of course. I'll bring everything we have on them. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. Mm-hmm. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in
Before
touch
you even
with
ask,
the rest.
yes, I know Winterhold you. Does that cover everything? No, I suppose. Now I'm here to study conjuration. That's what's important. So, I just want to learn. I know I don't like... I can't tell if he expects me to... Didn't you know? Before the... After... Others reached... Winterhold itself died in the years between then and now.
So,
I'm trying to pay attention.
First thing to understand is
New here too, eh? I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord. My family was convinced coming here was a death sentence. I know he's from the Thalmor, and that he claims to be... I also know that no one really believes that. I've been trying to avoid him, honestly. Not at all. My family was convinced coming here... Well, look at the... Throw in the Oblivion... And finally, take the fact that the college is the only
Sir,
thing
I
left
think
standing
we all
after most of
understand that
Winterhold
fairly
was
well.
destroyed.
We wouldn't be
It's all
here if we
fairly
couldn't
damning.
control magic.
Until next time.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned.
Savos doesn't care for politics. He likes to believe the cop. I'm sure you can figure it out on your own. If you can't, no. I have enough to keep me busy. I'm sure you can figure it out. My pleasure. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Is that so?
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with a demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? Well, then this should... Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up.
You are new, yeah? Have you mastered the expert-level destruction spells yet? Ah, this is... It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jizargo. Skyrim was not Jizargo. Oh, the only reason you could there is there is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will.
I'm trying to pay
Jizargo
attention.
will be successful. Of this there is no doubt. May you walk on warm sands.
There are some experiments the Meet me in my quarters. If you ever need If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college ground.
Enchanting services. I need some more supplies. Can you help out with that? I'm running low. If you can bring me 3 more, that would be helpful. The local Nords may not like. I'm running. If you can bring me 3... Yes, well, so do I. That's why I was hoping you could help.
I'm trying to pay attention.
Leave me alone.
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not among them.
There are some experiments the college frowns.
Please don't bother the
If
there aren't,
they're aware
hopefully,
of
any discoveries made. Well, that Feralda can teach destruction spells. Finis is one of the best conjurers. Don't let Tolfdir fool you. If you can... And finally, there's Colette. She may be difficult. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to restoration magic.
Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on.